Come on, don't crash. Hey, you guys, it is Friday, April 10th, I want to say, or the 11th.
Yes, the 10th.
It's the 10th, and we are here with an episode of Hit List. We've been gone for a minute, but we're back with the jump off. You guys,
in case something pop off.
Yeah, exactly. So, welcome. Sorry, I had a dummy. This is going to be a weird show. Welcome. Michael's here with us. Shaq's here with us. Natasha, Jante, and Tamar. Dina is off tonight. She's at a singing engagement. So break legs, sister. We are with you. Brandy is off tonight. And the rest of the group is they come in and out as alternates. Kate is supposed to be here, but she had a last minute something come up as well. So we're just gonna rock out with the six of us tonight and do what we do best. So Michael, how have you been since we saw you last?
Same shit, different day. I'm feeling very casual tonight, wearing a hoodie. I don't normally do that over 40. I don't think it's a very good look. Use it sparingly. So I guess that speaks to my mindset. But I'm in good health. I'm in good spirits. So no real complaints over here.
That's what's up. I'm glad to see that you are well. Shaq, how are you?
This spring break, my kids is home, and all I'm doing is spinning. Everything is so. I took my kids to the slime museum today. Slew Moo, $210. It's me and two kids. $210 to me. I grew up in the projects. We never went nowhere. I see why. Why?
Well, I just keep remembering that live you did last week talking about toast. That was so funny to me.
And they still getting me like that. I'm so tired. My body weary. I wake up every day. They just standing there looking at me. They looking at you.
Do we have this
they looking at you when you wake up.
Do we have what?
Is this going on Facebook? Because I'm not seeing it to share it.
Yeah, it's on there. You got to click on the live, on the face, the live. This the most relaxing moment I had all week. I'm so ready for this to be over, y'all. Y'all don't have no kids, and if you do, don't take them nowhere.
Well, hold on. I'm trying to make sure this is being shared like it needs to be.
It is. You just got to click on the photo. Maybe something. I'm not the most savvy.
We there. We here.
Okay, make sure you're just sharing it. Anyways, hey Brandy. What are we talking about? Okay, so you went to the slime museum, projects, never went anywhere. Okay, Natasha, go.
Well, I too am trying to survive this last day of spring break. I too have spent an ungodly amount of money to entertain my child. My child also looked me in my face this morning when I gave her the option of oatmeal or cereal and asked me how come she wasn't getting a big breakfast like she normally gets all vacation. So I've been cooking. Yeah. So I'm ready for her. I'm ready for her to go back to school. I'm ready for the school. Listen. And not be in my pocket because Jesus, it is unreal.
Girl, we went to
Hibachi. Everything costs.
We went to Hibachi. Fix it, Jesus.
But I'm blessed to be able to do it.
That's what's up.
Because my mom will girl, you better go into your grandma's house and go watch Matlock. So
Jonte, how are you?
You know what? I'm scared with these stories before me of these first world problems that I'm gonna have soon.
yeah, be
Um,
afraid.
but I'm okay. You know, I just cleaned shit off a wall, and that was fun. And next, I'm going to clean the permanent marker off my door, um, and the handprints off my window. So yeah, it's a fun Friday over here. I mean, I'm just really. I wish I was in Michael's shoes and had a life, but I don't.
I'm catching strays. I mean, since the jump off tonight. I mean,
So yeah.
Hashtag Little Kim.
That sounds fun as well. Um, Brandy said there. Okay, Brandy says they're only going to be in school for 5 minutes. It's another break coming up. They're not trying to keep them kids in school. So
She ain't never lied. They never go. They always out. Every time I turn around, when I was a kid, I walked to school and everything except hell. Unless it hell, we went. I remember crawling across the street in a snowsuit on ice. These kids, if they think it might snow or rain, they home. They never go.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. This gummy's got me. Tamar, how are you?
I am good. I am tired. We drove back from Chicago. It took us 15 hours to get back to Dallas, Texas, but we made it back. And yeah, I went to work today and I was at work like, oh my God, I wish I was off. Like, you know, when you're off for a longer period of time and then you go back, it was just, I want to be off work. So yeah, but you know, life is good. Everything's good.
Awesome. I'm doing well. I was telling Natasha before we went live. I was on the bus yesterday, and I was on Michigan Avenue, so there was tons of people walking by, and I was getting off the bus, and you guys know how there's like 3 steps. So from my back pain, sometimes my leg, I have spasms or it gives out. I was getting off the bus and my leg gave out and I went face first.
oh no.
But I braced myself because I didn't want to knock my teeth out. So I braced myself thinking quick. I braced myself with my elbow and my knee, but everything went on my knee and it was concrete. So I have not been able to really bend my knee since then. And it's kind of swollen. So that happened. And then what else happened? That's it. I've been in bed watching Murder, She Wrote and Little House on the Prairie for the last couple of days. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Hey y'all, when we was kids, you got sent to Ashleigh house. That's what we got sent.
Right. I watch all those old shows.
I'm sorry you hurt, baby, but I'm just saying your house was when we was kids. And we ain't go nowhere. We went to they sent us to you.
But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm alive. I'm yet still in the land of the living, so I can't complain. I got to see Tamar this week, so that was fun. We're working on some stuff. He was over here, and we hanging out, working on some projects and stuff. So that was fun, and we literally only got to see each other for like an hour and 20 minutes. He was so busy doing other stuff that he was supposed to be here for.
That's my husband.
And these are some pictures from the pageant that he was here. Here's another one. I just love that dress, Tamar.
That dress is so heavy, it's 60 pounds.
What?
And it's like Swarovski crystals and all.
And then where's the other pictures? There's some other ones I want to show. That one, and then there was another one, Tamar. I can't find it though right now.
That heavy one is fine though. I like that.
Put
that on files, baby.
Yeah, I don't know where it went, huh? But anyways, that's what Tamar was here for. elite continental pageant.
It's
And
over with. Thank God. It was a lot, child. Ugh.
But we have a lot of stuff to get into today. We've been gone for 2 weeks or a week and a half or whatever. I don't remember. But a lot of stuff has been happening over the past couple of days, the last week. So before we get into it, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. We want to say, first off, rest in peace to Africa Bambaataa. He passed this morning, I think it was. He was a pioneer of the hip hop movement. So rest in peace, rest in power to him, and you will be remembered.
Well, we're not going to talk about his scandals.
Oh yeah, I was
I don't want to go into that.
Okay. Planet Rock. All right.
Before we get into the complete docket, this news broke.
I guess not.
No, this news broke this morning, and I want to know who's going to be going to this. I know the tickets are probably going to be $5,000.
Hell yeah. Ski.
I think that's going to be a very, very, very fun show. I think Brandy and Monica has started a movement. People are realizing they're better together than solo. That'll be fun. I also hear Foxy Brown and Little Kim have something planned coming up soon. What do we think about them joining together, you guys? All these acts, these different acts joining together.
I just think like you can really say Brandy and Monica are the blueprint. Like it's like I think this is a great thing just because you have like these acts that people love, and I think when people do come together, it's more powerful. So sometimes it takes 1-2 people that people have always seen as competing against each other, have been up in arms. It takes somebody has to be the bigger person. And I think like this is going to be great. And I would love to see it continue. I want to see a domino effect. I would love to see Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown do something together. I would love to see other people come together, especially Black culture. We need to see this. It's very trending right now, and I think it's going to continue. And I cannot wait to see who is going to do it next. I'm just really happy, like really, really excited.
Yeah. What do you think, Natasha? Would you be going?
I got a lot of mixed feelings on this one. My brain is all over the place on this one. So I'm happy professionally that they are burying the hatchet because allegedly Chris Brown assaulted Usher not that long ago. So for that part, I would say that I'm happy that they can move on. And then, oh shoot. And then my other Usher recently coming out as a Diddy apologist, that's still fresh on my brain.
Let's not go there.
Chris Brown just did a big tour. So how much money do you really need from your fans? Like, give their pockets a chance to recover. I It's gonna do well. We know that this is going to be
Mhm.
a successful tour.
Yeah.
But then it's like, Usher, why are you aligning yourself with Chris Brown? But then again, also it's one of those things where they should have been done something together a long time ago anyway, because they had a song together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it was meant to be. Their
Mhm.
careers are pretty synonymous. They run neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. But yeah, my brain is all over the place with this one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see artists bearing the hatchet, like Tamar said, and
Mm-hmm.
realizing we're better together than
Mhm.
separate. Some of these artists, like Brandy and Monica, they could have. I don't think they could have done an arena style tour
Mm-mm.
solo. I
Mm-mm.
don't. Little Kim and Foxy Brown, they haven't done a tour in over 30 years solo wise.
Mhm.
So
It would be dope if they could put Remy Ma in
putting
the
them
mix for
together,
that one.
yeah. Um,
That'd be fire.
it's nice to see all this 90s resurgence coming
Yeah.
Well,
down the pipeline. I didn't hear that. What did you say, Shaq?
aren't they at the same gas pump as me? Everybody talking about these resurgences. I don't see it as a resurgence. I see it I see it as bills. Like, do they live in the same economy as me? I can't say that enough. The other day, I just filled up like 2 weeks ago. I was filling up for 45. Now I'm filling up for 63. So like put that in celebrity. You know,
Yeah.
Now gas up all them Range Rovers. Do any of them got planes? What is costing to fuel them planes? I feel like everybody is working twice as hard. Everybody I know got 2-3 jobs. I know people with professional careers who if they going a long way, they'll cut on the Uber sign and take an Uber on the way. Like everybody is working multiple jobs and diversifying, and I don't see why. And that's what celebrities are doing. This
Well,
this
we
is the
know they're not
celebrity
selling
version.
any records. I mean, records don't pay the bills, so they're
They
not.
don't. They got to be out there. They getting endorsement deals. They drinking Sprites. They jumping on tour together. They want to
Yeah.
maintain their lifestyle, and this is how you do it. So I'm not surprised to see it. My only issue with it is getting the ticket. Atlanta is a crazy market. All right, so hot shows are hard here. I know many people here who purposely go to shows out of state because it's easier to get a ticket in Alabama than it is in Atlanta. So I won't be nowhere near downtown when they get here. So I don't see myself going, but for that reason, because it would just be a headache that multitude of people. But good for them, It's that's gonna be a good show. Hey, I saw Usher in Vegas, and it was worth every penny and every inconvenience. So the two of them together, I suspect that's gonna be a heck of a show. I suspect I also won't be there, but
Hold on. I'm getting a notice from our YouTube. Something's going on. Hold on real quick.
You're gonna have to put them tickets on Afterpay for the next 3 years.
Girl,
what you mean? Okay, and then
I had to have to pay some cash dog tickets. What you talking about? And she ain't nowhere near as big as them. Everything is high. Stop playing with me.
I can only imagine what that ticket price is gonna look like.
yeah.
That's a lot of money.
If you don't get them on the first swipe, once them scalpers get it in Atlanta, that show gonna be next to impossible.
If they were smart, they would do multiple shows in Atlanta.
Hopefully even then.
We
so congested. Every show gonna be the same.
That's true.
When we went and saw Brandy and Monica, we got our tickets. I got our tickets early because I was like, okay, this show is selling out fast. Like, I mean, it sold out fast. I paid $500 a ticket, and we were sitting on the first level above, like the floor. Baby, the day of the concert, those same tickets was $2,000.
See, craziness.
Okay, so let's move on. Congratulations are in order for Brandy for getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, she looks so pretty.
It's a little I think it's kind of 30 years too late, but she deserved it way before this. But never say never. No pun intended. But I think she looks great. And Brandy's been in the news a lot. She also just her Phases memoir is #1 New York Times bestseller. I want to get the book. I plan on getting it. I would love to read it. I hear it's really good. Brandy's revealing a lot in this new book. She has anybody who grew up in the 90s, we kind of already knew this, suspected it, but Brandy was 16 and Wanye Moore from Boyz II Men was 22, and it's come out she's saying that they were in a sexual relationship together, and looking back at it, she doesn't realize, she thinks she was taken advantage of, and she's now coming out saying this, 30 years later. And a lot of us, I know a lot of people are like, well, why are you saying this now? Especially when Boyz II Men's on they're headlining a tour right now that could cripple a group that has nothing to do with Brandy and Wanye. That could stop their whole tour. So I know it was kind of 50-50 in the comments. Some people were saying, why would you do this now? Why would you not wait till the tour was over? And why are you saying this now? We already knew it. So what do you think, Natasha? I know we were kind of talking about, I don't know who, I was talking about Brandy, our co-host Brandy, about this, not you, I'm sorry. But what do you think, Natasha, about this?
So she has the right to speak on her experiences. It happened to her. She has her memoir. She has the right to speak on her experiences. So I think it's just a coincidence that Boyz II Men is currently on tour and this book came out. I don't think you really could have planned that. But it's not like that relationship was a secret.
Right.
That was common knowledge about that relationship. And if I remember correctly, I remember reading something about her when Kobe Bryant had took her out for prom. Maybe they were seeing each other a little bit afterwards, not anything really seriously, but her mother approved of her relationship more with Wanye than she did with Kobe. So at this point, what are we really revisiting and what are we really critiquing? Because her mom knew about that relationship as well.
In the book, her mom, she said that her mom did not know. I have the book. I've listened to the book multiple times.
I don't believe that.
I have a hard time believing that because
this is. I'm gonna let you finish. You finish.
No, I'm saying the only reason I have a hard time believing that is because the whole world knew that they were together back then. So you can't tell me that Mama Sonia, who was always on her, maybe she found out about it like a little bit afterwards, but you can't tell me that her mother found out about it 10 years after the fact. And I don't think that it is completely false that her mother approved more of Wanye for her over Kobe Bryant. I think there might be some truth and some validity there. So again, what is there for us to really critique and look into at this point? She also lied about her marriage with her child's father.
She owned that in there. She owned that. I do think there was a time lapse though. When you look back on the stuff we knew, because we all knew about so many things, but I don't know that we knew about it in real time. I feel like we would always find out about stuff and then maybe it already had lapsed. But with that being said, the word was out, y'all. But I think I'm not concerned that anything will actually come of it when we look back. I think in the same voice that we can say that we knew all this predatory, horrible stuff happened, we also know that back then times were different and mindsets were very different, right? And so we can have an adult conversation about this now, about him being entirely too old. But I don't know that we're now rushing to kind of vilify him for it, because the truth of the matter is those things were a little bit more normal back then. It's more like we're just looking back and going, man, we're not going to do it again. So I think that if you are one of those people who ends up getting thrown under the bus, you just chalk it up to the times and go, hey, I would never do it today and I'm raising my kids different. And you just got to move on.
That's true. Me and Brandy were talking about it. Like I said,
it was different back then. It was.
Yeah. Brandy asked me what I thought about it. And I told her, just like the Bill Cosby days of Studio 54, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, in the 90s, there was a different precedent. It's what we did. Some of us were in high school with college guys, or you know, some of us. I remember some of the seniors in my school being with guys who were, you know, 21, 22 in college, and we thought that was so cool. It was just a different time period. That's what happens.
And that's why R. Kelly wasn't prosecuted in his time.
Right.
He was prosecuted in ours.
That's
because they
why
knew about it back then and nothing happened.
We're not there anymore. So it's kind of, it comes with the times. The 70s, 80s, the 90s, early 2000s, and now we're here. Michael, what are your thoughts on this?
Complex. Listen, right. I think, you know, we're all elder millennials here, right? And probably every single one of us had that age disparity in a relationship when we were that age. Right. Hand to God, it didn't traumatize me. I was out there tricking, right? So I wonder why now she's trying to sell books. I get it. But, you know, you're affecting somebody's livelihood on the other side of it. I'm not trying to make light of it, right? And then at the same time, you know, what about the Adina Howard of it all, right? We got Freak Like Me, and then we got nothing else because of this relationship. And if there was a career I wanted to see from the mid-90s, you know, continue on, it'd be that one. That song is a pop to this day.
Tamar, you were going to say...
He told not a single lie.
I just think that I feel like sometimes when people... I think when you go through stuff like this, I think sometimes when you choose to speak is when you have the courage to speak. And I think sometimes people take that courage from people when they try to manipulate or say like, this is not true. So I feel like for me, I've read the book and I've listened to the book multiple times, and it's a good read. If you don't have it, I would just recommend you listen to it because it is a good read. With the relationship with her and Wanye, I remember watching a video of him on The Breakfast Club where he said that.
Especially when people don't have any idea. Okay. Okay. So check this out. Brandy and I were friends in the beginning. Her mother and reached out to me as well as my manager reached out to Brandy because Brandy was a big fan of mine. And I was like, wow, that's amazing because this young lady was pretty cool. Now I was young at the time. I wasn't 30 nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. Hold on one second. Can we keep it down? Because I can't hear. All right. So what happened is we actually, you know, she became kind of like my little protege. You know what I mean? I'm the one that introduced her to Vita Spears and Ralph Fuqua. They came to us to actually do a TV show on the UPN network. And I said, well, you know, Brandy's down the hallway and, you know, she's basically, she was on the Thea show. Okay, cool. Introduced her to that. The show came to fruition. My mom and I wrote the theme song to the Brandy show. So Brandy and I were really, really close. Once she turned of age, we had been hanging around each other so much. We've been hanging around each other so much that there became to be some sort of connection, an intimate connection. We actually fell in love. Now, we were young. That's what happens. You're young and you fall in love. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have the ability to be around somebody a lot, you begin to know things about them. You know what I mean? And they know things about you. Now, when you're young, you make decisions based on your youth. You know what I'm saying? You don't make decisions, moral decisions that put you in a whole position where you're going to be for the rest of your life. You're learning through everything. And Brandy and I learned through a lot. When it came time for Brandy to go on her prom, she was my girlfriend. Kobe Bryant was graduating from high school that year. Brandy was my girlfriend. She had just graduated from Pepperdine, and her mom and we both made it so that Brandy was able to go on tour. I mean, on the prom with Kobe Bryant. Okay, when it came time for Brandy to introduce herself to the world, I'm the one that actually put her on the Boys to Mentor. Okay, so she was with me. You know, she was my friend, and we became intimate as in a relationship. There's no lie going on here. You can ask Brandy; she will tell you the same story. Relax, each other. Yes, it was a hurtful thing. It was a hurtful thing to break up. That's what happens. You're in a relationship and then you break up. She grew out of me and I grew out of her. Might have grown out of her a little bit faster, but you know, it's a relationship. You're young and you make decisions. Next thing you know.
I'm sorry, Tamar, I cut you off. That wasn't the Breakfast Club interview, but I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
This is the thing. He's lying because he dated her when she was 16. So in that chapter called Broken Hearted, which is solely around the relationship that she had with Wanye, she talked about being in a relationship with him, and she talked about she didn't know that she was being manipulated as a young girl. So no, you didn't date her when you was 18, bro. You was 22 and she was 16. So then he gets on the Breakfast Club and he lies again and say that she's 18. No, you got your ass kicked by Kobe Bryant because he took your girl from you. That's why y'all broke up. And then they went to the prom. So let's get the story straight. It's just
I don't agree with him, but does he remember? That like 20 years ago. And back then he was hot. He had all the brains.
Exactly. And so I just
what age he was. Shit, he was
so
young.
it's just it's like
remember.
all these interviews where he's saying all this, it's not making sense. Like you said one thing here and now you're saying something over here. Yeah, you was with Adina Howard, but then you broke up with her and got with Brandy. So just keep it 100. You a man, be a man, and keep it factual. But yeah, I just think like this. I do agree. I think sometimes when people bring out like their stories in the moment, you don't know what's happening with a person. And I don't think, like Natasha, I'm going to agree. I don't think she looked at him touring and said, I'm going to bring out this book. The book was announced before he even went on tour. Like before they announced the dates of the tour, the book was announced. So I just think like the dates just kind of like came together. But I mean, it is an interesting book and it shows her in a different light.
Let me say this. The book and the tour, okay, yeah. That's fine. The book was announced before tour, but when you go on these talk shows, these producers ask you what part of the book you want to specifically talk about. And for her to make these, to me, there's how many ever chapters in this book you have, and then you pick this specific chapter to talk about on The View or Good Morning America. I just think that's a little suspect. So that's my opinion.
I wouldn't be surprised if her team advised her to. I mean, that's very timely right now. That's what we're talking about: predatory relationships and age gaps and stuff. I mean, it's relevant to the times.
So she got about that car accident.
Yeah, it's relevant to the times.
Holla.
Oh, well, you know she don't want to talk about them dead people.
Holla. John Tay, do you have anything to add to this?
I would agree with Shaq that it's PR at this point. Wanye is given a little bit of a political vibe here in these scripts that he's reading and making them sound like
very much so.
This is a sincere explanation. I don't know. It all sounds like hogwash to me. I do think it's sad though that if it is true, I don't know. Brandy always was a very genuine person to me. You know, like you said, we were the Monica and Brandy of our time. And if she's reaching here, like, yes, Natasha said that the book was planned before that. The strategy of it goes against the genuine vision that I had of her. It makes me a little sad. So I'm a little pessimistic about it.
Yeah.
Y'all, when would be a good time? There's never going to be a good time to say terrible stuff about people. You know, like, you ain't never going to get it right.
So why say
it's
it?
always going to be wrong.
What'd you say,
She's got enough to talk about. Why talk about
I just feel like this is how I feel, and I'm going to say this. I feel like people should be able to speak their truth, and they shouldn't get judged about being able to speak their truth. And I feel like there's so many people judging her right now, and it's really sad because here comes another Black woman speaking her truth, and nobody believes her.
Wait, no.
No, hold on. Let me finish. And I just
Okay,
think
go
like
ahead.
it's
Yeah.
just very
That's right. Go
disappointing
hard for us, boo.
to hear people say that. Like I just like I don't know when you should speak your truth when you're dead. Like you should say
Ain't
say
no
what you
good
need
time.
to say. Like it really ain't a good time.
Ain't
So
no.
it's just like if it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. I just feel like I mean I think she's on this high right now. There's so many good things happening for her. The book is great. But I agree with everything. I don't know if it's a PR stunt. I hope it's not. Like Jonte says, she's been always such a genuine person, regardless of all the mishaps that happen with her life. I just think like, I don't know. I hope this is really what it is. And I hope there's not going to be something that comes out and say like the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with the situation.
Brandy trying to pay them bills too. Everybody just trying to pay their bills, baby.
Well, from one hogwash to another,
girl.
Chili Rosanda from TLC has been in the news. Now, this, you guys, somebody had it out for Chili because the day their tour was announced, this information,
baby,
like somebody had it in the chamber waiting.
Yeah, that's
crazy. It happened simultaneously. Newly surfaced documents show TLC's Chili voted for the Republican Party from 2016 to 2024 in both primaries and general elections. It's also been said that she shared some disparaging pictures and information about Michelle Obama on her profile, and then it disappeared. What do you guys think?
I think it tracks. Over the years, she's dropped some colorist little statements and stuff, and it's kind of been pushed away because it's TLC and we love TLC. Everybody loves Chili, but it tracks for the little things that you've heard about her over the years. I also think we need to stop being surprised that Black celebrities are Republicans, because Black celebrities, we love them, right? And we love seeing Blackness, and we're Black, and we love seeing success in Black. But there is something that transcends race in this country a bit, and that is economics, you know? And like at a certain point, you know, people with money tend to vote with their pockets. And in our world, Republicans are seen as Republicans are seen as the party to vote for economically. Y'all a mess. So in my opinion, a lot more Black celebrities are Republican, and they just don't say nothing. And I suspect that they all looking to probably purge some of their information after Chili done been exposed. But Chili ain't the only one out there rocking like
she's
this.
not. My thing is, if you gonna do something, stand in your truth and do it. Be that bitch and stand up and say, I voted for him. But instead, she came on YouTube and said, I'm not MAGA. I never was. But then your group member, somebody is always digging.
Nominate the biggest jackass in the history of politics. Straight up, period.
My group member voted for him.
Well, here's my thing is,
this is an
I've been
for him.
Well, straight up, period.
You're really going to win. This is an all hip hop exclusive. My group member voted for him.
Well, here's my thing is,
my group member voted for him.
Well,
my group.
I did that on purpose.
Ashleigh said, "Ewe."
So she goes on YouTube and says she's not MAGA. She never donated. She doesn't vote for him. But then somebody dug that interview up from the past saying, my group member voted for him. So now people don't want anything to do with this In Vogue, Salt and Pepper, and TLC tour. I have a friend who is one of the dancers on the tour, and I said, well, are they thinking about maybe putting SWV in their spot?
They didn't kick them off.
Total, or who was another girl group? And they said, no, they're keeping them. As of now, everything is like you see on this flyer. So what do you guys think about that?
No, and there's plenty Black Republicans to go to the show. My favorite cousin is a Republican. She owned it. You know, you should own it.
Natasha?
This one broke my heart, even though the writing has been on the wall with Chili lately, especially with her dating show, with her dating show when that first came out, and we really got a glimpse of how conservative and reserved she was. And hindsight being 2020 is like this tracks. This tracks. But my heart is still broken because TLC is my favorite girl group of all time. Like they were the embodiment of female power, of Black power, like even baby being having them in the background of HBCU. Like they have just been pro Blackness, pro LGBT, just everything. And then this.
Brandy says I cannot respect Chili for that. Yeah.
And I'm not shocked. I think I'm just disappointed. But she's entitled to her.
She is.
She's entitled to her
We
feelings. She's
still
entitled
have to
her
have that
beliefs.
conversation.
She's entitled to her beliefs, but
and you guys know
we have to have the conversation, Ash. Separating artists from the art. At some point, you got to start doing that, or we'll lose all our art.
Well, you guys know that me and Michael both don't really do the cancel thing. I hate cancel culture. But Michael, how do you feel when it comes
Actually,
to?
you was about to cancel me a few weeks ago for something I said.
No, I'm talking about. So, Michael, what do you feel about the MAGA? Like when it comes to the MAGA of it all.
The MAGA of it all.
Some things I just can't forget.
This doesn't offend me more than like the folks who still ride hard for R. Kelly. You know what I mean? A lot of these artists have troubled facts about them. So she voted for Trump. Yeah, I got friends and family that voted for Trump. I still fuck with them. You know what I mean? You can find a way. I honestly think this is probably somewhat of an inside job. It would not shock me if one of the other groups on the tour had some of their people release this in an effort to get TLC off top billing and maybe take their spot and or get someone more palatable or that they're friendly with slotted in. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Chris Brown's touring with Usher. He's got his own history. We're forgiving that, I guess. So she voted for Trump. Yeah, okay. Maybe we don't feel great about it, but is that a reason not to go to a concert? Not really.
I can't put money in a bitch's hand who's gonna give it to Trump. I just can't do it. I don't know about y'all. I can't do it.
I ain't going to
a lot like cancel culture. Come on.
I can't do it. I can't
see which group would have done that because
I'm also not going for the show. So
Salt from Salt and Pepper, she's super conservative. I wouldn't be surprised if she would have voted for Trump either.
Yeah.
But she came to Chili's defense. That will leave in Vogue, and they just had a recent scandal of their own. So I wouldn't see that either. Like Chili pissed somebody off. Somewhere she pissed somebody off, and they said, "All right, bitch. I'm gonna have the last laugh."
This is good.
Brandy said not only voted for Trump but turned around and tried to shit on Michelle Obama. So, I mean, it's not just
and I
one
think that's the
thing.
part too. It's like you really got anti-Black there. It's like, okay, be MAGA. But then when you started sharing the video of them being shown as characterized as apes and stuff like that, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Tamar, what were you going to say? And we'll move on.
I think this is a good PR stunt. I think this is good for the tour. It's going to sell out. People are going to probably want to still go. And, it is sad, but at this day and age, I was watching this one video when Lizzo came and when the whole Nicki thing happened, and she was like, you're going to be so surprised at how many Black people that are celebrities that had actually voted for him. And it's going to start trickling down. So the people that's about to start coming out, you won't be surprised. Like they're going to just come out, and it's sad.
Why are we surprised? We know we got Republican cousins and stuff.
I don't know my
We all got them cousins watching them YouTube videos and trying to put us on their conspiracies, and we just like, nigga, pass the ribs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all going through that.
Not pass the ribs.
It's not surprising. Like, it's not surprising.
Um,
What's surprising is when they get caught out and then they do that thing that where Chili messed up was not being Republican. Where Chili messed up was putting out that statement talking about she wasn't. Girl.
Yeah, she should have not said one word.
Yeah.
I understand why Beyonce doesn't do interviews or say.
And why she tell y'all business?
You can say Beyonce, you have green slime dripping out of your behind, and she's not going to respond to it. Mm-hmm. And I think more celebrities should start doing that. John Tay, do you have anything to say about this?
I'm not gonna say nothing that y'all like. I agree with what Shaq said about, like, you know, we separating the artists. I really don't think it matters. I'm gonna piggyback on what Tamar said from our previous subject about shaming Black women, because that's essentially what's happening right now. Like, we like her music. She could still be pro-Black. She could still be all these things. Yes, what she did about Michelle Obama was fucked up, and she shouldn't have done that. But for everything else, if that's who she is, let her be. That means she still don't want no scrubs. She's still baby, 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 and all the things. Like, who gives a flying fuck who she votes for?
I think, John Tay, earlier this year we could have said that, but as this presidency and this administration, more things are happening every day that separates even Republicans, even.
But we're talking about 2016, though.
What are you saying?
Right? We're not saying she voted for, like, this is a voting, you know, this is November right now. We're talking about who she voted for in 2016 and the one after that. So what he did this year going forward, I might look at people differently. But what, you know, hit him in the past, that's different. Right? We're talking about what she did, who she voted for in 2016. And what I saw through all of this is my band member voted for him, or whoever that was. That was T-Boz, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you sabotage your own shit? She essentially just poured sugar in her gas tank. Like, okay, you had to know this is either going to go really, really great, or this is going to fuck up our tour.
I think it came out casually, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not always censoring.
It might have come out casually, but you're a celebrity. You never know what people are going to do with that. Didn't you just see what DJ Ashley did with them 3 words? All you got to do is make a meme out of it. And in the right hands, it's fire.
They dug up her voting records, so they didn't even need the T-Boz soundbite, because they actually dug up her voting records.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do that, but
well, from one MAGA supporter to an ex-MAGA supporter, Kanye West is back on the scene, and he has defied everybody's predictions and has this new album is doing awesome. It's a good album. He's on tour. This tour, first off, is beautiful. If you don't want to say anything good about Kanye West, you cannot say he cannot design a tour. This is some of the best stage work and lighting design I've ever seen in my life. It's just beautiful. It's like looking at an art exhibit. Lauryn Hill has joined him on one of his stops on his tour. He has a little girl out there north. I think that's just so cute.
That's cute.
Him out on tour. But he is catching some flack. Pepsi has pulled out of his performance. Not his performance. Pepsi has pulled out of the Wireless Festival that he was performing at as being a sponsor. And there's other sponsorships pulling out. Kanye West has recently, he took a spread out in the New York Times, apologized. He wrote an open letter apologizing, and that's still not enough. So what is enough? I mean, what else can you do but say you're sorry, Michael?
So I think it's important to note here that the Wireless Festival was canceled because the United Kingdom won't let Kanye in due to his background, right? So if not for that, I think it would have gone forward. And, you know, the promoter, the producer of that show kind of said something that resonated with me a bit, essentially saying, you know, I've had mental health struggles in my past. I have people that I love and that are close to me that have had, you know, diagnosed mental health issues and have done some messed up things. And I come from a place of forgiveness and you know, seeing that someone is trying to turn another leaf and become better than they were in the depths of their struggle. And that's why he was giving him a platform. And I think, you know, when it comes to Kanye specifically, we can get to that place because what the actions that he took over a period of years were just so bizarre and divorced from reality. It was very, very obvious, even to the general public, that he had some type of mental illness he was dealing with. And it seems now he's coming out the other side of it and he's trying to make amends. He's making a lot of money on the shows that he's doing. I think this is a minor blip. I chalk this one up to, you know, all press is good press when it comes to Kanye, because his next show that he actually does get to perform at will be sold out times 10.
To those I've heard, I've been following the conversation around wireless and want to address it directly. My only goal is to come to London and present a show of change, bringing unity, peace, and love through my music. I'd be grateful for the opportunity to meet with the members of the Jewish community in the UK in person to listen. I know words aren't enough. I have to show change through my actions. If you're open, I'm here with love. Yay. That was one, and then the other one, you guys know I can't see that. This was the one in the New York Times. But what happens when sorry's not enough? I mean, some people want to hold you to something your whole life. I mean, all you can do is show that you've changed and you're sorry. Natasha, what do you have to say?
People got the right to, I mean, we just said this about Chili. People got the right to put their money where they want to.
Mm-hmm.
So while he has his diehard fans that are willing to still support him and go to his concerts and sell him out, there are corporations who are not willing to do so and possibly put their money at risk by backing him, and they have that right as well. So this is a lesson where I think people need to understand that sometimes your actions can have short consequences and sometimes your actions can have lasting consequences, and you don't necessarily get to choose the consequences to your actions, and he's just got to walk it through. I mean, clearly he's not at a shortage of success. I mean, look at that set. That's not cheap. Look at how many people showed up to his show. He's gonna still sell out shows. He's still gonna have the crowd. Is he gonna have the big corporate backings that he used to have? Probably not. And that's just a consequence of his actions. It is what it is.
You couldn't pay me as a business owner to put my logo anywhere near that man. And not at this point in time. You know, ain't no business gonna fail if they not seen on the Kanye show. So I wouldn't be on the Kanye show. But it's interesting to watch him try to do some apologies and stuff. And if anybody's willing to rock with him, then good for them. But baby, I see absolutely no benefit whatsoever in any corporate sponsor putting any amount of lick of energy, logo. I wouldn't send no merch. I wouldn't send no keychains to Kanye West tour. Absurd.
How would you feel if your job said that about you after you had a mental health break? If your job said, no, we can't even deal with you because you had a mental health issue and you said some things that were inappropriate.
There are mental health issues, and then there are years of Kanye's West foolishness. This has been years, and it is stretched on and on and on. And now, listen, if he can verifiably blame every single iota of his bad behavior on his mental health struggles, I still support them saying, I'm not going to put nothing behind you. Let me tell you something. Some people are sick for a little bit, and some people are sick for a long time. People don't have to fund it. You know, like this, it is what it is. You do want employers to be supportive and so forth and so forth. But at some point, people have to cut ties. You know, using that mentality, you will always be taking care of people who are always destroying you. At some point, hey, I'm sorry, it's chemical, but I cannot carry you. You know, so like, this is Kanye West. All right, we are not talking about some random person on the street. He has the best resources on earth. So,
you know, Shaq, I'll take the other side of it. I honestly think there are a handful of companies that could make a mint if they put their
I'm
product
sure
in
they can.
Kanye's
I
hand.
wouldn't do
Think
it.
of like Apple selling a new phone. Like they're trying to launch this flip phone that, whatever. Give that to Kanye, put it, have him show
Well,
it.
that might work for Apple.
You know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot of
They need
companies
some help.
that probably would or could put money behind him, and it may be a smart business decision. I don't want to say he's just completely toxic across the board. I think a lot of people recognize what was happening for kind of what it is, and I'm not trying to minimize the things he said or did. I'm just saying at some point, what is our standard for offering grace and forgiveness, right?
We got to remember, first he lost his mom, and we don't know how long that takes to heal from. And then he went into this kind of the Kardashian thing, and that took him down a few pegs, and then he started having some other stuff going. So it was, and then like Brandy said, at his best or his worst, let's be for real, certain people never wanted to see him win at all.
Sure.
So,
and I killed my mother till she died. My mother fell out in my living room and traumatized my whole family. We all got pain.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaires,
we all
don't react the same to pain,
right? And we're all not we're not in the same limelight as him. Like when being in that place,
Kanye West is a billionaire. Get some help.
Money don't save everybody. He's not a sex offender. I appreciate that. He just has mental health. So I can go here and say, I'm happy that he's in a great place, and maybe he is actually doing some soul searching and working on himself mentally. And I think you have to sometimes, it's like you have to put yourself in that person's shoes. I don't know what it's like to be a billionaire. I probably would never know. But I think especially when it is so true, like when you have so much trauma and you don't deal with it, and then there's more trauma on top of more trauma, you're going to have a mental breakdown. Yeah, the things he said was horrible. We're not going to discredit that. Like he said a lot of things. We were just like, what, girl, what's going on? But when I look at everything now, I'm just like, okay, can I look at him as a human being and let him be an artist? And also looking at him in his artistry, and maybe he is trying to change. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that don't respect the way he is or who he is. But I think there is a place for him to get back what he had if he does it the right way.
We hold human beings accountable all the time.
But if he has, but the thing is, I do see willingness in him, and I don't see him spiraling out. So whatever he's doing right now, he could be taking his medication. Whatever he's doing is helping him. So why should I not give him a chance?
But would we be having this same grace and trying to say that we should be giving this same grace to a white person that said a whole bunch of outlandish stuff about black people?
But there has
give
been
that same grace to Ashleigh, if you was in trouble.
But there has been a lot of white celebrities that have flipped out like him, and guess where?
That black people still mess with.
I don't know.
I'm not talking about the rest of the population.
But I'm looking at
black people mess with.
It goes back to say it is true. Whatever Brandy just put something very important in that chat. She said people did not want to see him win. And if you look back at a lot of celebrities that were winning like him, to discredit his art, we cannot discredit his art. And for me as a human being, I have to agree with Michael. I can't sit here and continue to poke at him when he's trying to become a better
artist. Agreed. But yeah, he pissed off the Jewish community.
He wouldn't get my logo.
Yes, like the Jewish community. You pissed off the Jewish community.
But the thing is, he apologized. And this is the thing, he didn't beat nobody ass. He ain't in there with the people that we don't know yet. But he has no.
We can't force the Jewish community to accept his apology.
I just want to know when we became a world where I'm sorry was unvalid anymore. Like when do we become God? Where we can say, no, you're not sorry, or no, you're not this, or no, I don't believe you this.
Right.
We are not God.
Keep that same energy when it's a white person that says something crazy about black people and they're like, I'm sorry. Keep that same energy.
What'd you say?
I said, keep that same energy when it's a white person that says something crazy about black people, and then they want to double back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." We got to keep that same energy.
Yeah, have we forgiven that man that said all the Tourette stuff yet?
Man, when I was about 10 years old, my sister did some mess and I got a whooping for it. I'm still mad about that.
Period.
Still mad.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
She was playing too much. It's messed up how I got that whooping. Like, come on, we be holding on to stuff because we deserve to hold on to it. People be tripping. Kanye used to be tripping. I'm glad he apologizing now. Good for him. Whatever. But nah, I'm not holding on to too much grace for billionaires. Ain't no grace for a billionaire.
Well, that has to
ain't no grace for me.
That has to be
if I get into DUI right now, we're gonna be talking about it for the rest of my life, as we should. When you do bad things, you've done it. We all have to live with the bad things we've done, just like we live with the good.
Some of us believe
balance it out.
Different. So
Jack, you could never be my underwriter.
Whatever.
Okay.
Like, nobody's perfect. I've done bad things before. They all live. They all coexist. You own them. You hold yourself accountable. You move with accountability. You talk with accountability. So, miss me with I got a tour and now I'm cool and I'm sorry. Like, nah. Accountability is every day, all the time. And you know what? We do good things. We do bad things. We do both. It's just adults are complicated. And like, I just get tired of this. I fully support grace, but grace does not erase. How about that?
I mean, you
we
believe
just move
what
on.
you believe. I believe.
Well, I hope he becomes a better person. I sure do. I hope he.
So
I hope
that means you're gonna go. So that means you're gonna go see TLC.
No, because
I'm
not a fan of TLC like that. I'm just not.
So you're gonna go see In Vogue and Salt and Pepper and TLC.
I would love to go see In Vogue. I've seen In Vogue 5
Ashley
times.
said what he said about TLC. Now
I would love to see In Vogue. I won't unless they dig Left Eye up and Sheet Out there. I won't be going to see TLC.
That part.
So
yeah, that's a whole other story.
These teen takeovers in Atlanta and Chicago are really starting on people's nerves.
I sure appreciate us getting Angel Reese though. Appreciate it.
2 teenage girls were shot at Piedmont Park last night, and sadly, one of them died. Atlanta News First reporter Maria Moreau joins us live from inside this park this morning. Maria, we understand there were hundreds of people out there last night.
Yeah, good morning, Megan. We are right along Lake Clara Mere. It looks calm right now, your typical Sunday, but last night it was pure chaos. Witnesses say right here is where they saw a massive crowd take off in panic after they started hearing what sounded like gunshots. We're told a 15-year-old was hit in the shoulder and a 16-year-old died at the scene. The injured girl is at Grady this morning recovering. Atlanta police believe this was an unpermitted gathering, not related to the authorized 404-day event that happened earlier in the day. Now, one of the witnesses we spoke to told us that they saw a group of teens show up in ski.
So that was Atlanta, and this was in Chicago this last weekend. This is happening as it gets warmer every weekend or once or twice a week. And Atlanta seems to have a plan in place to start trying to combat these teen takeovers. What's happening is the algorithm is going so fast that they plan them with, the police can't catch it in time or where they're going to be before it happens. I know in Atlanta, they're starting to, charge the parents, do stuff like that. In Chicago, we have a weak ass mayor who looks at it as racism if we do something about it. He's saying these kids have they should be able to come downtown and enjoy themselves as well. But enjoying themselves is, you see, they're all over people's cars, breaking windows.
Atlanta ain't playing, Ash.
Yeah,
I
they're
had to
not.
pick my child up. at Atlantic Station. I didn't know that it went into effect, and I dropped her off like any other time with her friends. And she called me around 7 o'clock because all her friends had gotten stopped, and the Atlantic Station security was out there, and they said, "Hey, after I think it was like after 7, it better not be a teenager down here who's not accompanied by an adult." And I had to go pick up my child and her company because they could not be down there by themselves. And of course, they were frustrated, and I was a little frustrated at first because I was like, "Don't treat my child, don't mistreat my child." But I hurried up and got my butt down there, and by that time, they had all left, and they had to walk to the local Target. And as they got in the car, though, I sat there for a minute. I was like, I don't blame them. You know, my kid ain't getting down like that. But man, if those kids lose control, I fully support what they're doing in Atlanta. They saying, because they're not, let's be clear, they're not blocking these kids. They're just saying parents need to accompany them. They want adults around. They want somebody responsible when some foolishness go down. And I think that's within reason.
Chicago doesn't see it that way. And, you know,
I think it's within reason.
We pay, I mean, to live downtown and on the lake, you pay good money. People are paying, we're paying $3,000, $4,000 a month. And we can't go on a walk without the fear of these teenagers. Some of them have guns. You see, they're walking on top of people's cars. What do we do? Michael,
stay in your house is what you better do.
That's not fair. I mean, that's why people are. What do you do? I mean, do you charge the parents? Some people, I say, if parents have benefits, WIC, government assistance, you get 2 times and you get it taken away if your child's out here. Because if we have to babysit your kid, you don't need government assistance. Why don't you know where your 12-year-old is at 10 o'clock at night? That's crazy to me.
Yeah. A police officer was just killed here in Atlanta the other day. Come to find out it was a teenager. You know how I know it was a teenager? Because I happened to be sitting here and my daughter came and told me that she knew the boy. You know who that is? That's my friend, brother. What? Like, yeah, wow. They don't call him already.
Dante, wasn't that most recent one over by your house?
You know what? To be honest, I don't know. I live in the South Loop.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was in Hyde Park. I think this one was.
That's down the street.
These kids is.
I treat every day like it's a day like that out here. I mean, you know, I'm a Texan. I'm from Michigan, but I went to Texas so young, and it's just so different there from everywhere else. So every day is Iraq, literally. Chirac is for real. I walk out of my house like that every day.
Yeah, that's
in Dallas. In Dallas, you know exactly where to go. In Dallas, you know exactly where to go. You know what neighborhoods is not going to stand for that. I mean, I think being in big cities like that, especially Chicago, I mean, when I was there, I was like, this is insane. Like, there really isn't a lot of like secluded neighborhoods I didn't see. Like it's like everything is so close together. And in Atlanta, Georgia, I am a gay, and when I go to Atlanta, Georgia, and it's so crazy with the gays in Atlanta, Georgia. It is so crazy because it's people just fighting and in crowds, and it's like vultures. So I mean, Dallas is different. I don't know what it is. Like, we have hoods here, like we have areas where it's like, don't go over there, you know. But it's just not, you don't see that in every neighborhood in Dallas. So I don't know. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy.
Yeah. There's not much to say about it. I just wanted to bring awareness to it, and it's crazy, and we need to figure it out, Chicago. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Well, I know I'm trying to come up there and eat, and I bet I had no problems in no restaurants.
Because then if somebody kills one of them kids,
I will fuck a kid up.
Self-protection, then they want to say, oh, they were an honor roll student, and they no, I don't want to hear it. Because you're 12-year-old.
You raising thug.
No, it's gonna be they had mental health issues.
Yeah.
What we need to do, you know what y'all need to do? Sue. That's what you do. You start suing them parents. You hit their pockets. I bet these parents will.
They ain't got shit, Shaq. They ain't got not a dime. What you gonna sue them for? Their bridge card?
I'm done. On to the next.
Okay.
So John Tay is stupid.
On the roll tonight.
You guys, I'm gonna eat crow. I'm gonna say I was wrong.
Oh.
Let's
I
watch
can't
this
wait.
clip. Let's watch this clip and then we'll talk
Let's screenshot this shit.
I don't understand.
Why isn't that playing?
I don't understand why this Drew lady has this man on this FaceTime. The man on the FaceTime got a ring light. Shamia come in with a mohawk and a new body. Then I see a lady with a white wig and a violin. This is some Tyler Perry.
Tyler, Drew and Michelle debuted on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was very funny. I found her
She's
very
hilarious.
I found her very.
Her
comedic timing and her comedic relief was very.
Michelle is awesome.
Y'all
I'm so
forgot.
glad that
Y'all clearly forgot who she was.
I just knew she was from Love and Hip Hop, and I didn't want to see her.
No, I kept telling you she was going to be a great addition.
Yes,
her
music is amazing.
And the good thing about it is because honestly, I'm just gonna say this: Drew is like Drew to me is like Kenya Moore. You got Drew be going. Drew can throw it. She needs somebody that can throw it back at her because she really don't have that. And I think with K Michelle on there, K Michelle is gonna make the show. The first episode, I'm like, I'm ready for next week. Like I'm ready, and this show hasn't had this in a long time. Like it has not had this commentary in a long time. And I think
her
commentary. Missing this. We need this.
Kay has a mouth. Kay has smart reads.
She's quick with it.
She's very quick.
She's a smart auntie who gonna tell it.
She's very quick and she has intelligent reads, and that's how she's always been. Even on Love and Hip Hop, her reads were always just a few notches above everybody else's on Love and Hip Hop. She was always just a little quicker than everybody else. Rashida got bags all over the world.
Her husband's a girl. All over the world.
K Michelle's also been in the news because she's came in defense of R. Kelly. Let's watch her interview with a clip of her interview with Jason Lee, and we will talk about it.
And God is going to do what he does for you. I'm not taking from God. Robert Kelly, I would not. And God is going to do what he does for you. I'm not taking from God. But if it wasn't for Robert Kelly, I would not. Honestly, I would not know the business. I would not understand the skills of songwriting. I think it's a real deep dive. I think it is mothers and people should be held accountable. I do.
Should Sparkle go to prison?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
did you want me to say something else?
No, because I just saw the young girl who we saw in that video speak out recently, and she threw Sparkle under the bus, and Sparkle was trying to kind of dance away from it, and I'm like,
men are different with different women, and I consistently say that. From my abuse, the man that I witnessed is different from the man that this person dealt with. Rob, I saw this whole blog that was saying that he beat me up so bad and that I took that and no, Rob didn't hit me. I didn't go through an abusive Rob. And I don't want to have people mad at me. I don't want to any of that, but I'm going to be real.
What's your truth?
My truth with Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I even spoke with Lifetime about this because I didn't want to be on Surviving R. Kelly because my point of view was different. If you're going to present a person and a cultural icon, even in their, wrong, you still have to present all forms of an icon. If you're going to talk about it, talk about it. With Robert Kelly, his thing never with me was any type of abuse or anything like that. Robert Kelly always saw me as nothing. I might have loved him, but he didn't see me as nothing more as motivation for writing.
Thoughts on her defending R. Kelly, or not.
That did not sound like
that
a
wasn't
defense.
defense.
Defending,
That was not
but
a defense.
she did not pile on like others have. She
She
told
only
her truth. She told her
she
truth.
spoke on her perspective.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I
And her
respect
I like
experience.
how she did it.
I
She
respect her.
humanized him, but she did not take. She did not say that he was wonderful. She just humanized him. Every devil got a good side.
I like the fact that she wasn't looking for a bag. Like she even said, like
Right.
Lifetime reached out to me, and I was just like, I'm not gonna sit here and give y'all something that I don't have an experience of. She's not, and I heard her say, like, I'm not taking away from nothing that nobody else went through him because that's their story. But he didn't see me in that way. He only saw me as a writer. And so you got to respect that. You can't be upset with that because she did not defend him in a way where she was like neglecting or like downplaying what people went through. She's only saying like what I experienced was just art. I don't know what else there is you guys want me to say. So I do agree with her when she said, if you're going to tell, and it's true, if you're going to speak on someone, especially like with art or whatever the case, as an icon, there has to be some good, and there was a lot of bad. But as an artist myself, I cannot take away from what he has given to the culture.
Well, let's rewind that, because I remember some people on this panel not liking that Usher and Young Miami were saying they never saw that side of Diddy.
It's not when they say they didn't see it. Fix it, Natasha.
Usher was underage. So that's the difference with Usher. Young Miami, I truly believe that she got nothing but a fantastic man out of Diddy. I truly believe that he treated her well. I truly believe that every monster has their one or two people in their life that they always treat great. Ted Bundy was characterized as a charming man. So we can't say that people who do horrible things don't have great moments and don't have great relationships, because they do. They're capable of doing as such. But with Usher specifically, my issue was, we know that Usher began his career when he was underage with Diddy. Not a relationship, but his career. And so therefore, that's where it gives me pause with him just jumping on board and saying all of this stuff about how great Diddy is and everything. And there's a lot of alleged activity of sex and women and everything going on around him at that time. So even if Usher wasn't directly involved, he could have possibly been involved by proxy at a very young age. That's
and
the
I think
difference.
wording matters too, because one of the things that she does when she's talking about him is she doesn't, even though she has positive things to say, she's not talking about him in a way that invalidates what people have said about him, because you can talk about someone and say, I know they're a devil, they weren't a devil to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she's saying. I think we have to, when we say these things, it's okay. You don't have to get up there and have a horror story, because the same man who killed somebody in traffic will let you go and will let you pass. Right. So, that same monster isn't always the same monster to somebody else, and she has good wording. Like she says, for instance, every woman doesn't get the same man. Right.
They don't.
So like nothing in how she speaks is taken away from him having done wrong. She's just saying he didn't do it to me, but she's not throwing away them ladies' stories. Sometimes though, when these men get to speaking, I don't know if it's a lack of media training or if it's patriarchy, but a lot of males, when they get to speaking, they almost sound defensive, and that's the difference, the defensiveness that can be coming across.
And that's where you're like, okay, so
that.
what are you trying to defend? Why are you being so defensive?
I think
and
that's
Kay just simply said, I did not get that person that these other people got. This was my experience. However,
but what she say? But Sparkle need to go to jail because Sparkle was in
exactly.
On it,
right? So she is still acknowledging that crimes happened.
And
because
that interview went on for like another 3-4 minutes but she also said some of these mothers need to be in jail.
They do.
So
They
there is
do.
still,
The
and
parents.
she is still acknowledging that crimes happen because other people should be in jail too. So she didn't say, well, he didn't do it, because then why would other people need to go to prison? She's acknowledging that crimes happened.
Yeah. So yeah, I eat crow at Craig Michelle. I'm interested.
No, hold on. Am I the only one that's going to stand on business here? Because I'll be consistent.
That's about to go off.
Listen, okay? We had something to say about Usher. What K. Michelle did is no different. If your experience with a convicted criminal who is a known predator is different than somebody else, then keep your mouth shut. The fact that she went on Jason Lee to talk about it at all is her defending him. Okay, so I don't see how we can forgive it when she does it, but when Usher says it, we're trying to, thread the needle to make him the bad guy. They're the same thing. Okay, every person is bad and every person isn't good. R. Kelly was good to some. P. Diddy was good to some. We can't say that demon because Usher's saying it, and K. Michelle is a deity because she's now on,
No, I think Usher still
and we think she's funny. No, I
Usher
mean,
still dismissed
this man that's a criminal that did terrible things, and also blaming the women, right? I mean,
I think Usher still dismissed the possibility of it happening, though. That's the difference.
We'd have to listen to those side by side.
We got to listen to it again, because I believe that Usher was still dismissing the possibility of it happening. And that would be the key difference between the two.
The first thing out of her mouth was blame the woman. What about the mothers getting in?
No, Jason Lee asked her a direct question. He asked her, should Sparkle go to jail? She said yes. That was a direct answer to a direct question.
Hold on.
Messy interview with the messy interviewer.
And God is going to do what he does for you. I'm not taking Robert Kelly. I would not. And God is going to do what he does for you. I'm not taking from God. But if it wasn't for Robert Kelly, I would not. Honestly, I would not know the business. I would not understand the skills of songwriting. I think it's a real deep dive. I think it is mothers, and people should be held accountable.
Should Sparkle go to prison?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you want me to say something else?
What'd you say, Michael?
He didn't ask her. She offered it up, and then he did a follow-up. That's what
she
I'm saying.
said mothers. No, she said mothers, but then he asked her directly about Sparkle.
But she brought it up. She brought it up first, as if it's these women's fault. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, if Usher's going to say it, and we can all agree he's a demon, but then K. Michelle says something that is, just a different person defending another known predator, why does she get a pass?
She acknowledged that the crimes happened. Usher sounded like Usher was dismissing the fact that crimes possibly happened.
We just like her better.
Like
she's of the moment. She's on a new show. We want to forgive her. That's all it is.
No, I think I would like to listen to both interviews at this point, because I really would have to go back, because I feel like Usher kind of dismissed the possibility that the illegal things happened.
I feel like I gotta go see, because did Ashleigh just catch us being hypocritical? I don't know. I felt like
I'll say, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll cop to it.
I'm wrong. I'll own it if I'm wrong.
I believe Usher said, and I'll watch it when we get off here. I believe he said he didn't see any of what people are describing of Diddy.
Okay.
He did not see it.
Okay.
And he did say that. That's why I really haven't even said anything about Usher, because I heard him say that. And he's saying the same thing that K. Michelle said. So I think people are taking things from certain people and they're using it to their ideal of what they're hearing.
Like pastors do with the Bible.
Exactly. So for me, it's just like, I agree with her that parents should be held accountable. I also agree, if you didn't see anything, like Usher, he said he didn't see anything. So you know what? We can't force him to see something that he said he didn't see. And so The same thing with K. Michelle. She said she didn't see anything, but her experience with him was the difference. And just like Usher experience with P. Diddy was different, we can't force them to tell us a narrative that they don't have. So I agree with everything. I think, we should.
But it would be nice if none of them spoke on him. But then that would have to get these interviewers to stop asking. And they're not going to stop.
I did not know, you guys, it was almost 9:30. We have to get to the draft. So let's talk about that really quick, Michael. What's going on in the news? I think this is really important for young men to know what's going on. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, so what has changed is they are promulgating a new rule so that you no longer have to sign up for selective service. So as it stands now, men between the ages of 18, 20, and 25, including people who are here on asylum, immigrants, both documented and undocumented, are expected to register for the draft. I certainly remember doing it when I was 18. Most states allow you to do it when you renew your driver's license, so it's quite easy. But our compliance rate is only somewhere around 80%, which seems high unless you're going to be in a war. You need it near 100. So what they're now going to do is create this new rule whereby you don't have to sign up anymore. They will cross-check your information against federal databases and sign you up automatically. So what does that mean? What federal databases? IRS, tax system is a likely candidate, any type of social assistance, things of that nature. Nothing is set in stone yet. How this works is they'll put out a draft of the rule, and there will be like a notice and comment period where all of the affected entities and agencies can weigh in and have their say about what the rule should read and how it will affect them and the burden it will be and everything else. But I do think that this will likely pass. And what this will mean essentially for all the young men in this country is if you had hoped to avoid service, forced service through conscription via the draft, you will no longer have that option. If you are in our system at all, they will find you and they will force you to serve.
Really quick, what do we think about this? One or two people?
Trash, just complete trash. I mean, all I gotta say is I don't want to hear shit from nobody about their sons going to the army or anything being drafted. You voted for this. I'm so happy you did, because guess what? You chose this lifestyle. So I don't have sympathy for people that voted for him. I don't. It is baffling that we're in this moment, but it needs to happen because people think that fat meat is greasy, and it is. And so you have to stand 2 toes down and deal with what he's doing. And I don't feel bad for nobody. I have no sympathy for ignorance, and that this whole situation is very ignorant to me. It pisses me off to the point where I'm just like, I have to really pray and meditate a lot around what's going on in the world, because it's like COVID. It's not affecting just one person or one culture. It's affecting everybody. And people are so naive that they don't even understand, that they care not to understand what's going on. And it just pisses me off. And I'm just like, I got to go fucking meditate when I get off here.
Shantae, are you there?
I'm here.
What do you think what your president is doing with this draft?
I don't like it at all. I disowned him a few policies ago. But I'm kind of excited about the fact that immigrants are included. I think everyone who is in this country should have to follow the same rules and regulations that we have to follow. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I personally, I would put them at the front of the line if it were me. Like, hey, you're not, like, unless you're trying to do it, I guess, become a citizen. Since you came over here and you want to do what you want to do, let's put you at the front.
Yeah.
And I should add this, by the way. Our draft policies are actually fairly lenient when compared with other first world countries across the globe. Like in Germany, you can be drafted all the way up until the age of 45. And most countries require that both the men and their women sign up for the draft. And some countries, particularly like Southeast Asia, they force like 1 year of mandatory military.
Yeah, it's mandatory in some countries, right?
Yeah, and no one gets an exception. So everyone loves K-pop, right? All of those artists still have to go and serve a year in the military, and they'll take a hiatus from there. So it's like we still have it pretty good here, but you know, this is a big change. If it actually does happen, it's a big change.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So yeah.
Child, them kids in Chicago really gonna be busy this summer if this go through.
You know what?
And that's what needs to happen. That's
y'all
what
jumping on cars, bitch. Y'all about to be jumping with bullets.
If you want to shoot a gun,
jumping over
you want to be out here in the street shooting a gun and fighting, go over to Iraq on the front lines and do. You can shoot a gun all day and all night. That's what they need to do.
Come on, Sean.
But let's do a few fashion files and get off here. Okay, starting with Monica and Chanel and LaPointe at Brandy's Hollywood Walk of Fame. Monica just knows what to do. Michael, yay or nay?
I like it. Yay.
Natasha?
She upstaged Brandy. She should have loaned her stylist. It's a yay.
She sure did. She ate all over Brandy. Jonte, yay or nay?
I totally agree with that. She looks like Easter. Threw up on her, but it's so great.
Shaq, yay or nay?
At first, I was like, nah, but then I put my glasses on. And I'm like, it's kind of fine. And that was at Brandy's start.
Yeah, right.
It's the yeah.
All right, Tamar, yay or nay?
She looks amazing, but that star looks real good on Brandy.
Right.
No, she looked good. No, she baby, she's giving porcelain doll. Like she's sick. You can't never take nothing from her. She looked great.
Exactly. Let's move on. We have Jennifer Tilly and Balmain at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion with her face on her dress. Michael, yay or nay?
I'm just gonna say I saw this. This is probably one of my most favorite looks in years. I love it. Yay.
Natasha, yay or nay?
If anybody could pull this off, it's Jennifer Tilly. She has a personality for it. I love it. It's a yay.
Okay. Shaq, yay or nay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Natasha, Jonte, yay or nay?
I need her to do one with her Bride of Chucky doll on
yes.
it.
Tamar, yay or nay?
Oh, I love this rich woman, baby. She gives me everything I need when I watch the show. She looks amazing. Like she looked great.
We have Brandy and Chanel. Michael, yay or nay?
This one's not my favorite. Nay.
Natasha?
She should have wore this to her Hollywood star ceremony. This is yay.
Okay, Jonte?
She doesn't have the body for that. It looks missized. It looks like a bad Emily in Paris gone wrong. It's definitely an A.
Okay. Shaq?
Yeah, it looks like a little kid or something. I don't care for it.
Tamar?
It looks. This is not a good shot, but it looks really good if you see it in a different angle. I mean, I love it. I think it's giving like real good Cinderella vibes, but pure Cinderella vibes.
Okay.
You gotta sell a book, honey.
Next, we have Sierra and Dolce & Gabbana. Michael, nay?
It's a little basic. Nay.
Natasha?
It's a yay.
Jonte?
It's a hell yay.
Tamar?
Yeah, I love it. The bitch is giving goddess. Yes, God.
Shaq?
Oh, she's always a yes for me.
All right. Moving on, we have, who is this? We have Zendaya and Schiaparelli. Michael, yay or nay?
I like it. Yay.
Natasha?
Yay.
Jonte?
I'm not a fan of the colors, but the dress is beautiful.
Shaq?
It's beautiful. So yes.
Tamar?
I love it. It's like a volcano and she's erupting. Like she's so gorgeous. And this is bad as hell on her. She looks amazing.
All right. Next we have Precious Lee and Ophelia. Michael, yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh, such a hater.
Natasha, yay or nay?
I knew he was gonna hate. Oh, yay! She looked good.
Jante?
I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel at all. So pass me.
Jesus.
Natasha, yay or nay?
Check.
I like that shit. I like that shit. I don't know what y'all talking about. Look at it. But like,
Tamar, yay or nay?
It's yes and lesbian.
I'm like Joe. I don't know what to feel. I don't know what's going on here. I'm confused.
Wow, y'all hating tonight.
Okay, next we have BJ. We have BJ Pasquale and Gucci by Denma. Michael, yay or nay?
Nay. Come on, nay.
Y'all know he ain't gonna like that. Michael's a man's man.
That's right. Nay. Nay, nay, nay.
Nay.
Jante?
I'd rather see it on Jaden Smith, but it's a no otherwise.
Okay, Tamar?
I got that. They got that same outfit on Shein right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shaq.
I mean, I don't get it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think I kind of like it. He looked like he fun in the club.
Okay.
Fun in the club.
Next we have Manny Omito in no, this is Manny Omito in Amiri. Michael, yay or nay?
I like it, actually. Yay.
Natasha?
I'm undecided on this one.
I wish those were pants.
I don't know if he went in Carlton's closet or Hillary's. It's a no.
Yeah.
Tamar?
That man look good. I don't care what nobody say. This man looks so suave and sexy, and it's the hair for me. It's schoolboy realness, honey. Come on, ballroom. Yes, God.
I wish it was pants. I wish it was pants.
Okay. The last couple looks we have Selena Gomez and Prada. Michael, yay or nay?
It's
Don't
fine.
call on me.
Yay.
You like it? Okay. Tasha?
No, nay.
Jante?
She should have left this in Audrey Hepburn's closet. No.
Tamar?
I love this. She looks good.
Okay. Shaq said don't call on her. We have Halle Bailey.
Okay, let's get back to talking.
She's wearing Balenciaga. Michael, yay or nay?
It's mid. Nay.
Natasha?
I can't stand you sometimes.
This is a yay since it's for her film, which has the setting of Italy. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is what it's given. Yes, yay.
Jante?
She can do no wrong. It's a yay.
Tamar?
She looks amazing. It's giving the theme of the movie. She looks great.
Yes.
Shaq?
Yeah, I like that shit. She look good. She look like Eat, Pray, Love. What's up?
I like it. Is this my last look? I'm sure, you guys, my eyes are so bad. Like, I really can't see anything. Okay, I think that's my... I can't see.
Speaking of, I'm gonna go see that movie this weekend.
Anyways, okay, you guys, thanks for watching the show today. It's been a good show. A hectic, kind of insane one, but it's been a good show. My cast, I want you to stay on, even though you see it's counting down. Stay on until after the countdown, and we will talk. Everyone, please like and share, and we will see you next show with an all-new show. Please like and share. Please like and share. We love you. Brandy, we love you. Sister Dina, we love you.
Brandy, we love you.
Everyone else, we love
Love
you
you guys.
Love
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.